We're starting Act 5 today. It is officially called The End in the save slot, which is kind of exciting. I have no idea how long this act will be, so maybe I'll finish it today, but I feel like if not today, then most definitely Wednesday. Yeah, so let's just get going. Act 5, Scene 1. It's the beginning of the end. We're in a town. Looks like everything's flooded from the storm. There's a person behind me. There. He's right next to me in the right next to my camera. Is everything right? How did this all fit in that truck? It's bigger on the inside. It's basically the TARDIS, but in truck form. I think it rained. Rained a lot, I mean. The worms are gonna be out for sure. Have you ever heard a worm sing? You must hold your ear to the ground. It's very soft. The worm song is completely unique. So where is 5 Dogwood Drive? Right, no idea. Maybe we should split up. Okay, holler if you find anything. So I don't recognize like any of this. I don't know if we've been here before or if this is where the TV station is or what. But looks like we're playing as a cat right now. And I'm chasing a dragonfly. Coffee and tunes, waffles and weather. Waffles. Waffles for any weather. That's what it says. This person is moving very slowly. Is this how time moves for a cat? It's kind of weird. Who is that anyway? They look kind of like a shapeless blob. They all look like shapeless blobs, except for the people who are part of who we've been interacting with this whole time. Slow-mo crow has a warm coo for us. Emil gave Rita a tour of the cameras and wiring. She'd just been through a certificate program on public broadcasting at the community college, so no surprises there. Nikki showed her the video data bank. James demonstrated the sand and image processor, and then Ron came barreling in with an urgent expression. Oh, here's the TV station. Oh, it's all destroyed. That's sad. Oh. Look at the sand and image processor. The image processor was a beautiful machine. James had inherited its care from another artist, reverse engineering it for maintenance, with the help of a dusty photocopied tome labeled The Distribution Religion. Rita learned just enough to make hypnotic rainbows appear on the screen, which seemed to be the machine's favorite trick. She wondered what they used it for in practice. It wasn't quite the radical guerrilla television crew she dreamed of joining. This group seemed more interested in sharing the town's home movies than culture jamming and interfering with corporate stations, but she liked that focus on local concerns. Ron's news was clearly bad news. Rita's heart sank a little as they listened. She knew things were unraveling, knew from experience what that looked like. Wouldn't it be nice to arrive at the beginning of something for once? But as she listened to Ron detail the power company's sudden withdrawal from town affairs, she heard other possibilities. She studied their faces and found concern for sure, but also something like relief, hope, and an awakening of play. Nikki looked like she might have been daydreaming. These were people, Rita decided, ready to step out of the company's shadow and build something of their own. Ron said the TV station would still be funded by court order. Could that be their anchor? This is just like the summary of the aftermath, I guess. These shadow people are still freaking me out a little bit. Oh yeah, she just got banged up a little in the storm. I'll have her up and running again by this afternoon, I'm sure. Can I fly it? Well, how's your upper body strength? It's good. Really good. This old girl is operated by pulleys. I mean 100% mechanical. What if this whole time Julian was just like a big airplane glider? It'd be kind of sad. I want Julian to be an actual huge eagle. At first they only observed the truck from a distance. It was an alien carcass, something that made more sense in death than in life. The company had dropped it off in the middle of the day when everyone was at the plant. They let it sit overnight, alone and strange. Nikki thought it was ridiculous, but Ron approved. To Elmo, the truck was simply beautiful. He thought it was elegant. He liked the idea of passing it every day, observing it from different angles and distances. He liked boxy things generally, and especially boxy machines. Everyone had to agree this was money and attention that would have been better spent addressing the town's drainage problems. Maybe finally get started on that damn messianic ditch. Still, they had a few things to dispose of. Broken flower pots, empty glass bottles, clothes that didn't fit anymore. They gradually fell into the habit of collecting waste and carrying it to the truck. Once a month, some shadows would come in from the night woods and haul the garbage away on a cart. Is that the Mucky Mammoth? Am I like becoming disillusioned to like everything that just like happened overnight? This is so weird. Oh, they disappeared. We're zooming. Okay, what? Oh, they're gone. I went behind and around, but I don't think I technically can. It's kind of weird. These little golf ball looking houses. Want to snore softly. Oh, wait. What was that? Oh, meow. Can I meow at you more? No? Think it'll rain anymore? No. I don't see any clouds. There's Bob and Emily and Ben, I think. The gang's all here. This headstone has no name on it. Maybe it was his choice. It's good they honored his wishes. Still, a burial is not only for the dead. The seer reclined high in a tree, carving fine details into a small wooden pipe. She loved this spot. The height, the distance. She was always at a distance, watching everyone work. From this height, she could see the earth movers shaping the mounds under the draftsman's supervision. She could see him inspecting his plan, the drawing he'd made from her game, the map. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Is that Ron's barn? Oh no, is that a dead horse? Oh, I'm kind of sad. Can't go over there. They must have been pretty nice pigs if they let you ride them like that. I made myself as light as a feather and they didn't even know I was there. Then what happened? Later, I had to cross the desert of broken glass. The desert was strangely beautiful. The desert was every different color all at once. I was overwhelmed. In a rapturous trance, I glided to the far end of the desert, where I continued my journey. I was traveling with some strange companions for a while too, but not as strange as yours. There was a strange woman who I thought was a witch. Or I think was a witch. She talked a lot about herbs and rituals. I'll try to remember some later. I spent most of the night in the company of a bus driver. Her name was Marge. She had a lot of good disco tapes, too. I hung out with an old dog and some musicians. We both had quite an adventure. We should stick together. I agree completely. We just made new friends. Yay. It's down here, a parrot? Jorge scanned the shelf. He quickly found the book he was looking for. There are only a few dozen left, more shelves than books now, the result of an experiment called the New Selection. Privately, he called it the Purge. But only privately, in small groups of reliable complainers. The unspoken rule was to hold back criticism as long as possible. Experiments needed time to unfold naturally without the interference of doubt. Jorge would have preferred to complain more freely. Even the scheduled feedback circle sessions had been losing their teeth lately, he thought, a trend that coincided with Fraser's increasingly central role in the community. Fraser proposed and executed experiments just like any other community member, but his experiments had a scorched earth quality. They were all destructive. He moved from one area of the community life back to the next in search of excess to cut back. Lately, he turned his scythe to the library. The New Selection meant decimating their store of books according to Fraser's own inscrutable criteria. Now we are guaranteed something vital every time we take a book from the shelves. No more time lost to printed chaff. Fraser's colorless voice echoed in Jorge's mind. He felt like spitting. Instead, he tucked the book under his arm and set off for the woods. Fraser sounds like the worst. Pet me, please. Oh, hi, kitty. Where did you come from, huh? Follow a bird up here? These folks, the ones who built this thing, they chased birds too. Oh, there's a white cat over here. Intrigued meow? Really? That's what they wrote? They followed some migrating birds up here from Central America. Somewhere up to Florida. And then here. Skeptical meow. Well, that's what they wrote anyway. I guess it might have been a metaphor. Can I say hi to this cat? Alert meow. A lizard darts out from beneath a rock. Cautious meow. I like the buttons that have the representations of the meows. Those are really cute. No sign of the lizard now. Only a shadow person. Anything else I can do? I think I've kind of gone everywhere. What kind of fish are those? They're goldfish. They eat algae and mosquito eggs. Very helpful. Sounds like a good job. Beats working for the power company. Haha. What brings you to town? We're just dropping something off here. Oh, well, you better hurry up. They might already be gone. Oh, is this the hole? Everybody went down? Right? Meow. Alert meow. A family of small mice huddled beneath the debris. Predatory meow. The mice retreat into shadows. Oh, here's Johnny and Junebug. Junebug and Johnny strained to hear the noises coming from the well. There's that weird, sleepy singing again. 2 songs overlapping, but the same singers in each group. You think the truck's okay down there? Sure, I doubt any thief could get it started. Oh, Echo. Very nice. Those are some quality meows. Now you'll return to Chicago? Eventually. I was thinking I'd just drive for a while. Guess I'll be getting back on the road myself before long. Hey, take your time. Oh, look what I found. What is that, an animal bone? I actually don't know. Looks handmade. I wonder what it was for. Why did they build this huge dirt spiral? Most of these ancient earthworks are thought to be burial mounds, but this one definitely isn't. To be honest, I don't know what it was for. Aw, poor Ron. I'm so sorry. Six or 7 men stood in the sun about a dozen yards from the ditch, and he could hear them laughing. He tried not to hear them. Instead, he listened to the shovel punching through the dirt as he shaped the trench. It was wet dirt, mud, really. It made a hungry sound as he shaped the trench walls. One man was louder than the rest. He had a nervous laugh that sucked up all the air around him. The out-of-towner stuck his shovel into the dirt and squeezed the bridge of his nose. He sneezed, took a swig from his thermos. The laughter quieted into greedy chuckles, and he could feel the men approaching. this is it? Well, the mailbox says 5 Dogwood Drive. Their doormat? Sometimes the key is under a doormat. What am I saying? Strange to say, but I think strange to say, but I feel like I've been here before. Anyone else? It just showed up in the house. When? Sometime last night, I think. I've never noticed it before. So the address didn't exist until last night. It feels warmer in here somehow, right? Strangely comfortable. Nobody lives here? Well, somebody ordered some furniture. It's actually quite spacious. Bigger than it looks. The light in here is pretty great, actually. Yeah, good space to read a book. What would you read? There's so much history here. Maybe some books from the Old Town Library could be salvaged. Could set up a new workshop here. Maybe work on that that big video synthesizer thing. Fix that up. I could really fit a lot of books in here. I kind of feel like I'm on stage right now, actually. You know what I mean, ma'am? Weird acoustics. Like, you get a little echoes before the sounds themselves. I like it. Feels like it's time to move forward. I think more people will come after all these people leave. People will come. There's something about this place. We saved what we could. Hey cat, I'll race you. From here to that pile of mail, okay? Where's the pile of mail? Is this it? Affirmative meow. Let's race, Ezra. Let's go. Come stand here. This is the starting line. Okay, I'm standing right here. Ready? Get set. Go. 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 All right. Wow, you're pretty fast. I'll get you next time. Nice try, Ezra. So you're gonna be a cat next time? Is that how he's gonna beat me? Where am I going? Here? Inquisitive meow? Well, hello. Marianne nudges Wanda gently. Wanda, time to wake up. Yep, curious meow. Nope, dead to the world. She is out. Probing meow. Just try again later, I guess. There's really never been a road to this place? Why not? Gentle cooing. How'd they manage that? A few chitters. Makes sense to me. I guess we could, but it sounds like a lot of work. You're right, I'll think about it. That was a good conversation. Oh. Just curious, I guess. I know them pretty well by now, but I'd like to have known them better. The oldest one here is quite a mystery to us all, but very particular. I leave the radio on for her at night, somewhere between stations, so it's just hissing. She likes the hissing, I think, though I can't say why. What is it about the radio they love? They all love it. To tell you the truth, I feel a little bad I won't be here to care for them anymore. Isn't that something? Beginning to think I might stay here. Is that ridiculous? Glad to know someone will be around after we're gone. Clyde lay on his back on the runway, hands folded behind his head, halfway between dreams and the afternoon sun. He entertained the momentary delusion that he'd survived a plane crash and was vaguely unhappy when the dream faded. The runway smelled like oil, years of leaky light aircraft taking off and landing. All the state said they wanted was to knock down some trees, many trees, and build a road tying this small town to the larger web of streets and highways that entombed the rest of the country. It would bring in new goods, new people, maybe even some cash from tourism. Many of the residents supported that idea. But Clyde and his inner circle of stunt pilots turned mail carriers knew that a road would be the end of their secluded paradise. Oh. They'd be out of a job? She watched him. She stood in her own shadow. A few deer hunters and talkers walked past, but said nothing to the seer. Didn't even look. She studied the path. This was the path the seer had found in her scrying game, a series of private dice rolls and inscrutable diagrams. At the end of the route, she'd seen a safe, quiet place. Caverns of leathery black birds, a lake of eyeless fish, a towering flame. Now the diver walked the mounds, memorizing the route. He was almost ready. Rita tore up weeds. Elmo stood next to her with a bucket. She passed him the uprooted weeds, and he stuffed them in the bucket. They worked this way for a few hours. Dark clouds drifted slowly closer, but wouldn't arrive until evening. Elmo left to get some tea. Rita pulled an apple from her bag and lay her head back onto the overturned dirt. She looked at the sky. For a moment, she looked directly at the sun. Don't do that, people. Then she closed her eyes and let the afterimage fade. Elmo came back with a plastic jug of sweet tea. They sat and drank for a while and then got back to work. The garden was coming along as well as they could hope, given months of neglect. When the plant shut down, the company abruptly pulled out of the area and took a large part of the town's population with it. This included the Carver family, who attended this garden, the largest and most productive in town for years. Rita and Elmo worked until it started to rain. The rain washed their sweat into the dirt. The old townspeople are disappearing after we see their stories. Nice little setup you've got. I wish I had a space like this to work on the bike. It's a custom job, the weird vector. No, I can't say that means anything to me. I get bored quick with anything that can't get me closer to heaven. How's the plane looking anyway? Hurts to look at, doesn't it? You hate to see such a beautiful creature in pain. Well, it's just lucky I have all the parts here. Difficult to mail order with no roads. To tell you the truth, I've long suspected the reason Cass never wanted any roads here was just to keep the horses safe. And now... Oh, Wanda woke up. Hi, Iggy. What are you doing? Hi. The birds moved up. It's kind of dizzy. Try not to look at it too hard. Not sure where to go next. There you are. I think this other cat was looking for you. Will you be a family now? If you change your mind later, it's okay. It's your choice. What is she painting? Horses? Would you believe it came to me in a dream? One of those dreams where you're lost somewhere kind of familiar and anonymous, like a bus terminal. Everyone else knows where to go, but you were really confused. You're holding some instructions or a map or something, but you can't read it. And you look up and there it is. Sorry, I don't know why I told you that. Your day off, or is the bureau closed today? I drew the short straw, so I'm babysitting Wanda while she sleeps one off. Nobody at the bureau really expects us to get anything done, so I'm painting. They're gonna put this up on the barn, on the old barn, as part of the ceremony. I'm honored to tell you the truth. Oh. That's not troubling at all. It's cool. Just gonna let it do its thing. I'm gonna go on my merry way. Alert meow. Something in the bushes stirs. Inquisitive meow. No response. Curious meow. Inquisitive meow. Sad meow. I don't even know where to put all this. I hate to call it trash. I wonder if that garbage truck still works. Does it work? I don't know. I think you wind it here. No, it doesn't work. Could probably fix it. Oh, you could definitely fix it, man. Then you'd have a new robot friend. I already have 2 robot friends. Then I'd have a new robot friend. Heavier than they look. Sure, everyone's heavier after they've passed. It's only natural. Spirit has no weight. In fact, it lifts us up a little. Greeting meow. Oh, it's you again. Friendly meow. Yeah, well, feel free to pitch in. I'm sure this would go a lot quicker with the 2 of us on it. Argumentative meow. Busy, huh? What? Left a sunbeam I'm slept in? Partying meow. Suit yourself. I'll be here. Happy seas today, Captain. Hi, Captain, let's reinforce the sails. Yeah, I'd be worried about that too. Well, it isn't just the rodents. The floors are mostly rotted, I think. You'd fall right through. I'm surprised they're still standing after last night. All the buildings? No, most of them have good bones. It's just these ones the power company built that are rotten. Oh, okay. Yeah, the power company moved in here a while back and set it up like their own little town. For the workers. But they didn't build them too good, huh? It's garbage. They couldn't be bothered. I lived in that one over there. In fact, when I first came here to work at the power plant. Oh yeah? I wouldn't set foot in there now, though. Greeting, meow. Oh, hi, kitty. Chatty, meow. Yes, it's a beautiful day. Guess the weather was pretty bad last night, though. Confident meow. You're a chatty one, aren't you? Fanciful meow. Sure, whatever you say. Curt meow. Alright, well, take it easy. Some of these are really old. Maybe we should open them. Scolding meow. Huh, he says not to open other people's mail, kid. I know what he said. But if they're not even here to open it themselves... I won't tell a soul. Till finally it just gave way. But you did good work. It's not your fault. They didn't let you finish, that's all. If they let you finish, oh, forget about it. This place will be as dry as a bone. You always did good work. Inquisitive meow. It's a memorial. alert meow. A slithering sound from somewhere in the grass. Cautious meow. Silence. Wait. These horses now have faces on the painting? Oh. I don't know what's going on in there, but it's scary. Do you know how long you have to be asleep before you can start dreaming? Sometimes I think I'm dreaming even when I'm awake. Entirely possible. Even if you never go to sleep, you'll start dreaming on your feet. The people who built this library were always experimenting. They took nothing for granted, even sleep. They called themselves the people of nothing, fearless experimenters. For me, every day is different. Do I live experimentally? Could also say you're living playfully. You fit right in here. Sure, it's a mess right now, but there's some residual energy from those fearless experimenters that I don't think will ever dissipate. I could stay here. Junebug and Johnny walk up. It's good, little dude. We were talking about experiments. Friends of yours? We hung out last night, but I guess I have to go back now. Ron dug a grave. Hey, this book's in pretty good shape. The City of Ladies. Interesting. Curious meow. No, I've never read it either. Inquisitive meow. Good question. Let's take a look. Here we go. Minerva, Circe, Sappho, and some ladies from the Bible. Nosy meow. I think they all get together and build a city. Sounds nice. I'll get us a bus ticket, eh? But before that, it was the company store. What kind of stuff did they stock? Never enough of what you wanted. Eventually, we had to start a garden. Oh yeah, I saw that. I wonder if we could get it started again. Yeah, it's in rough shape. Well, this place has been through worse. Back before the power company pulled out, I was in fear for my life half the time. Well, I know I'm not sticking around. You think you'll do anything with this place? I'll think of something. What are the acoustics like? Is this ice cream or flowers? Looks like both. But I think it's actually flowers. 3A, lay paper flat. 3B, bring bottom left corner to top right corner. 3C, crease with firm, steady pressure along diagonal fold. Nikki applied only gentle pressure. Looser flowers felt more alive. She rolled her wrists. It was the 6th hour of her assigned company store shift, and she'd made dozens of flowers. Ron had bought a bouquet and cleaned out their stock that afternoon. 11. Repeat steps 4A through 7 for each petal, taking care not to rip the filaments from step 9. She imagined the insects that would pollinate paper flowers, watercolor bees or wasps that left ink stains when they stung. A commotion outside caught Nikki's attention. Men yelling, blows landing. She put down her work and stepped out just in time to see the crowd disperse. Curious meow. Something brown scurries up the side of the tree. A squirrel? Surprised meow. A squirrel too fast to tell. Clyde and Cass sat cross-legged in the shade of a light aircraft, Cass shuffling cards and Clyde absently flipping through a stack of unopened letters. Cass played cards and told fortunes with the same deck. Sometimes she'd switch it up mid-game or mid-divination, until you never knew whether you were winning or losing, or if good luck in the game might mean bad luck in some other part of your life. She'd predicted the decline of the circus, of course. Of course, nobody had believed her. Demand for aerial stunts having faded almost completely, and many of their company having died or aged out of the profession, Clyde and Cass found for their remaining pilots a steady flow of contract work, delivering mail to remote rural areas. But this place was abandoned. Cass's cards predicted they'd be here for quite a while. There's more stuff in here now. Oh, the plane's working. Oh, Proto, don't make me say that. I can't pronounce that. Rural Juror. Hello. Hi, PW. How are you guys doing tonight? Yeah, I'll miss them for sure. Beautiful creatures, and it's so thoughtful. I bet. Where do you think you'll go? Oh, I don't know. For now, I'm just poking around the rubble. Emily pulls a videotape out of the rubble. The label's all muddy. Looks like... Oh, it's cave art. Cool. Who knows if it'll play, though? Good. How's everyone doing tonight? I'm also doing good. Feel very low energy, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just chill, you know? Hopefully we're in the last act of this game. I don't know if I will finish it tonight, but I'm hoping I will, so I can move on to something else. I'm excited to play the next one. The next game, whatever that may be. And I'm feeling like I'm ready for this story to be over as well. It's been a long journey, but a good one. Emily pulls a broken projector out of the rubble. Elmo's projector. Aw, it's ruined. Poor Elmo, he'll be devastated. Nah, he'll be cool with it. Takes a lot to perturb that guy. Very little I can salvage here. Wouldn't mean anything anyway. It's a kind of a package deal. You need the tapes and the station and the people. If one part is missing, the whole thing falls apart. Right now we're playing as this cat and we meow at people. And it's very fun. Where are you flying to? Flying? Huh. I'm just checking to see if everything's working okay. Could fly her somewhere if you wanted to, though, right? Of course. You almost started laundry with no detergent? Uh-oh. I want him to just accidentally take off. Oh, is he going? Can we chase after him? We're just driving around in the mud. That's what it looks like. It's not going fast enough to take off. I mean, cool, but not as cool as it could have been. I've never started laundry with no detergent before, but sometimes, like, I have the bottle of detergent and the bottle of, like, fabric softener up on the shelf above my washer and dryer, and sometimes I won't look and and they both kind of feel the same, they have the same shape, so sometimes I'll accidentally pull the fabric softener and almost put it in the detergent slot when I shouldn't. So I feel like I've almost started laundry with only fabric softener and no detergent, but not quite. I should really figure out a way to make sure I differentiate those. It is chaos. Into tape recorder, part 5, addendum, notes on soil. Fragrant loam. Tastes like worms. I've run dishes with nothing before, and that feels awful. Yeah. I've never done that before, but I can imagine dishes would not feel good. At least, okay, I mean, I'm assuming things here, but I'm assuming you've never put like dish liquid in your dishwasher to clean them, because I feel like that's even worse. Resident or visitor? Haven't decided yet. I've never put dish liquid in the dishwasher before, but I've seen pictures of people who do, and that looks like a big mess to clean up. Yeah, sitcom material, that's right. Let me see. Well, you may not have much time. I'm taking a survey of the site for potential reclamation. Initial results are promising. I think this may be the moment we finally reclaim this ghost town. I feel like that's like putting dish soap in the dishwasher is like something, I'm sure like the pictures I've seen are from like college kids who have never washed dishes before in their life, and they've thought they could do that. It just sounds like such a learning how to live kind of thing. Can I talk to this cat again? One thing I'm really enjoying about this so far is that the buttons for meows are in these little like shapes that kind of are visual representations of what the meows look like, which is kind of fun. That one's an alert meow. A croak reverberates inside the smoker. Excited meow. A frog. Whoa, 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 whoa. A frog. Oh, I ran away too fast. Just a college kid shrugging with the word adulting. Exactly. Isn't it wild that people can go their whole lives without learning how to wash dishes? I mean, if they didn't have a dishwasher growing up, that's one thing. Yeah, that is one thing. But like, yeah, I've definitely known people who like didn't know how to do laundry, didn't know how to like iron a shirt, or like wash dishes, or just do general cleaning, like, you know, mopping and sanitizing surfaces, stuff like that. Now, I will say I was never taught how to do some adulting things, like balancing a checkbook or how to do taxes properly. I kind of just, I do the free TurboTax and hope I'm checking the right answers. That may have been you growing up. When did you realize that it was something you finally just needed to learn? Did you have to learn the hard way? Oh, damn. There he goes. Can we go in after him? In the bushes? Yeah. After the raccoon? Yeah. No. But it's probably full of thorns. Well, you guys are robots. Thorns wouldn't hurt you. Yeah, but raccoon. It's not happening. Okay, okay. Oh, don't pout. Tell you what, if that raccoon comes back into town, we'll leave some food out for him. Yes, ma'am. Or like my mom finally saying she wasn't going to do it anymore and me asking her 10,000 questions every time. Nice. Hold on. Let me read this real quick, then I have another comment about washing dishes. Hey, don't run into the graveyard. Why not? It's what? People are trying to rest. You saying it's haunted? Annoyed meow? Agreed. Okay. I was always taught growing up that you should never put like dishes that still have food on it, like, you know, like with ketchup stains or remnants of meals. You should always rinse everything off the dish so it looks clean before putting it in the dishwasher and running the dishwasher. But I realized recently that not all people do that. Like, some people put their dishes in the dishwasher with the like remnants of food still on it, and that just sounds really, the word that's coming to mind is gross, because I feel like it would just get caked on. Yeah, I can't handle that. And like, I definitely couldn't handle that at the place I'm renting right now, because our dishwasher is kind of old, and so it will not take food off. It's not powerful enough to like take food off. But like, even if I had a good dishwasher that could do that, I don't think I could. Yeah, it definitely could be dishwasher dependent, but like, I feel like even if I had a great dishwasher, I couldn't do that. Also, hi, Disc Golfer. How are you doing tonight? I saw a TikTok saying you should do that, and the comments were all arguing the opposite. Why? Like, I still pre-clean a little bit, but I feel like some people might get away with it. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, yeah. It just feels gross to me, so I don't think I could ever do it no matter what. Just got home from work. How are you? I'm doing okay. It's a Monday, so it's, a bit slow coming back from the weekend, but oh, the cons were for pre-rents. Okay, I got you. Yeah. Yeah, slow Monday, but it's good. I started and finished an entire book today, an entire library book. It was a very short book. It was only about 100 pages, but I started it like during my lunch break, and I finished it after I got home from work, and it was good. What book? It's called Fireheart Tiger. It is trying to figure out how to explain it. It's like these two, it's about like colonialism, like this one country is trying to like conquer this other country, but the two princesses of the country, both countries are like at war, or they're in love with each other, and so they're trying to figure out how to like stop the war by like getting married. But then there's this like fire elemental power that is also in love with the princess. It's a very good story, and it was very well written. I think like the plot was like okay, but I think the way it was written that's why I liked it so much. I don't know. I don't want to like say a lot just in case you want to read it. I don't want to spoil it, but I would recommend if you want like a short afternoon read. It was pretty good. But I finished it, so I've got a few more books queued up for me to start reading tomorrow, and I'm excited. Listen to audiobooks all day, every day at work. Yeah. I wish I could listen to audiobooks, but like I've never really liked the way the narrators read audiobooks, and I just don't know why. It feels so like contrived to me. It doesn't feel very natural, but maybe I just haven't found the right audiobook to listen to. Usually at work I either listen to like music or podcasts, which podcasts I feel like they feel more, the cadence of the way they talk is better and more listenable to me. Gotta speed them up? I think you've told me this, Proto. Maybe I think you've mentioned that to me before. Maybe I should try that out. But I also don't know what audiobook to listen to, because I never feel like reading or listening to audiobooks. Definitely prefer reading over audiobooks, but audiobooks really help pass the time for me personally. Yeah, that makes sense. And yeah, I feel like I could read a lot more books if I listen to audiobooks, because I feel like I never have time to read. So I either really just need to like set time in my schedule to like actually read, or I need to like listen to a book while I'm doing something else, like working or something. Podcasts are good too. I just feel like I go through them so quickly. Podcasts, I feel like I will never ever catch up on the podcasts I listen to, because I guess the shows I listen to already have like hundreds of episodes, and I can't listen as fast. My favorite to listen to at work, because I can kind of tune in and out while I'm working and not feel like I'm like missing out, is my brother and me. And it's so funny. Like I love that show so much, and I love the McElroy brothers a lot, but like sometimes I really have to like force myself not to laugh, because sometimes they just really go off, and I don't want to like suddenly like bust up laughing while everyone else is like quietly working. Yeah, I love it. Adventure Zone is really good too. I've listened to the first like 2 or 3 arcs of the Adventure Zone. I need to catch up on that one too. But again, that's one of those ones I feel like there's just so many podcasts, so many books, so many shows, so many movies, so many games. I'm never gonna like catch up on all the ones I want to experience, you know? Just don't sleep or work. You know? That's my answer right there. Why didn't I think of that before? Why didn't I think of that before? Just never sleep or work or eat or do anything. Not caught up either, but I did finish the first arc. Yeah. I don't even remember what happens in the first few arcs, but I remember listening to them, and I remember one about them being on a train, but I think that's like the second one or something like that. I do have 2 ears and 2 eyes for consuming content, but I can't put one eye over here and one eye over here. Oh, part 2 of the first arc. Gotcha. Yeah, it's been probably like 3 years since I last listened to the Adventure Zone, so it's been quite a while. Learn Braille too, and you're even more efficient? Man, I need to up my game. So I'd have my game over here, my show over here, one ear listening to a podcast, the other one listening to an audiobook, and then I'm reading a book in Braille. Or one book in Braille here and one book... Actually, no, the other hand has to be kept for, like, controlling the game. So, yeah. That sounds like that's what a peak human looks like. Ron's burying his horses. Let's go check up on him. My tongue? Proto. I don't know what my tongue's doing. Singing? Talking to myself to process whatever I'm doing with all the rest of my senses. Hmm. 6 feet? That's the standard. Standard for people anyway, but... Six feet's the rule for a person, and let's say the average person is 5'9". The neighbors were about 15 hands, so that's pretty close. It must have been 4 hours dragging them out of the water. I got their measurements down now. Carved into my muscles. Permanent. It just got so deep so fast. Shouldn't have been that deep there, and I know who to blame, I tell you what. They built so much here. They ought to be here still, cleaning up. I guess they left a vacuum, the power company. I feel so sad for these horses. They drowned in the rain. It's very sad. I am a cat right now. I don't have a name, but I am, right, meow. Very nice. Yes, I am a cat. I can meow at people sometimes. Let's see if I can meow to these people. I like to call myself Salem from Sabrina, just because I'm a black cat. Yeah, too drafty. I moved out one winter and never looked back. Gets cold? Sure, when the sun is down. Nice old church, though. Really nice. Could make a nice workshop. There you go. I don't know about y'all, but I think old churches and like cathedrals and stuff are like really cool. They're like kind of creepy, but also like strangely beautiful and haunting. And I really like them. but I would never go in one at night. I will say that. Seems to be working okay. Julian's gonna love this. Who? Her big eagle. Duh. Okay, here we go. We're meowing. Excited meow. Yeah, it's amazing. Never say never. Possibilities. Honestly, I haven't gone to see enough of them. I feel like I haven't been anywhere with enough history. Yeah. I mean, like, have you been out of... I'm assuming you are American, yeah? Have you been, like, out of the country? To, like, maybe Europe? They have a lot of cool cathedrals in Europe. Spain has, since it's close to Morocco, I once visited Morocco and Spain on a study abroad when I was in college. Spain has a lot of cool, like, mosques and cathedrals to visit. And I wish we had stuff like that here in the US, but, like, those things are... Everything in the US is, like, you don't see a whole lot of stuff older than, like, 1800s, but across the ocean, old is, like, 1500s, 1300s, you know? Never been to Europe, spent some time biking around Central America, saw a lot of ruins, but not a ton of historic churches. That makes sense. Yeah. Historic churches are really cool. I've never been to Central America, though. I would like to see some old ruins. I was in St. Augustine, Florida, not that long ago, and they have some old buildings. I didn't go in any. Like, how old is old? Yeah, I want to go back to Europe. I went to Spain, I went to Germany, and I went to France. And out of those 3 countries, so I went, like, quite a few places in Spain, and then I stayed in Berlin, mostly in Germany, and then Paris in France. And Paris was my least favorite. I did not like Paris very much. St. Augustine is the oldest city in the US. Oh, really? I did not know that. They have a fort there from maybe like the 1600s or 1700s. Interesting. Berlin was very cool. I went there, so I was like an art major in college. And so I went there and did I was an artist assistant for an artist who had a studio in Berlin, and I did an internship as an artist assistant there, and it's very cool. I really love, like, whenever I was in, like, school, studying history, I loved studying, like, stuff about World War II, and, like, going to Berlin and seeing, like, the memorials they have, like, to, like, the murdered Jews of Europe, and also, like, the Berlin Wall, and, like, stuff like that is really, really, like, kind of takes my breath away a little bit. And then my professor who organized that program said that Berlin's, like, economy and, like, art scene is akin to, like, what New York City was back in, like, the 60s and 70s. So, like, artists are really, like, migrating over to Berlin for, like, cheap studio space and stuff like that. And so there's a lot of, like, really cool art scene going over there and stuff. So I loved it. I want to go back. And if I knew German, I would probably move there, to be quite honest. I don't know why, but I just imagine Berlin art scene being wild. Yeah, it's fun. some stuff is not great, but like there's a lot of really cool like indie exhibitions and stuff like that. Yeah, the memorials were really cool. And I think they had the best metro system of the 3 European countries I've been to. So I loved the metro system there. It was very easy to get around. And people were very nice. I thought the Germans were very nice. And I always feel guilty going to other countries and not really.
Cute. She sometimes takes a little pack of mayonnaise.
Hello?
She'll squirt it in her mouth, and then she'll
Kendall?
take it and kind of.
Hi.
She calls it a mayonnaise.
Oh my gosh.
Are you okay?
I forgot I had that alert.
Surprise.
Hi, Kendall. Hi, everybody. How are you? Okay. I want to thank you so much for the raid. I am very surprised. So let me just get my bearings real quick. Hi, Kendall and friends. How are you guys? Thanks for all the follows, everybody. I think you guys put me over 50 followers, which is quite amazing. So thank you for that. I want to shout you out, but also, I mean, I will shout you out, but you can see how scuffed my shout out command is right now. Oh, it worked! Oh, yes! Okay, last time I tried that shout out command with someone who rated me, it shouted me out even though I put their username in. I don't know. I know I've got like a little small stream going on here, but if you're not following Kendall, please go follow Kendall. She is so kind and I love her so much and I love hanging out in her streams when I can. How was Skyward Sword? Did you finish the dungeon? Your first dungeon? That Arrested Development alert. I forgot I had that one up. That's like for my host alert, and that's like my favorite line from Arrested Development. But how are you guys doing? Let's see who's in here. I see Jake. Hello, Jake. Hello, Llama. Hello, Trav. Hello, Boots. Anyone else I missed? That's all I see in chat, but I also see a lot of people who followed, and thank you so much for the follows, everybody. I am playing Kentucky Route Zero today. Hopefully, oh, hi LP. I see you too now. We are trying to end it today. And Kentucky Route Zero. We're in the last act of Kentucky Route Zero. It's been a very surreal experience. Very cool, and I highly recommend if you like point and click story games. If you don't mind reading a lot, I highly recommend playing this game. But it is very fun, and there's some very cool things that you can do in this game, and it's quite a wild ride. Right now we're playing as a cat, a little black cat, and we can go up and meow to people as they talk about things that are happening in the game. But what was I talking about before you guys came in? I was talking about Berlin, right? When I was last in Berlin, I was talking about the things I loved about Berlin, and I can't remember what I was talking about, but that's okay. I know that this game is so beloved that it took almost a decade to be finished. Really? I did not know that, but like I can see like how much time and effort they put into this game. It's like really well done, and good for them for putting so much time and effort into it. I think it paid off. Game is more important than talking about Berlin, but I was having a good time talking about Berlin anyway. Junebug and Johnny right here are robots. There are robot characters and they're fun. They're musicians. And Aura, yeah, like it wasn't exactly used to cut apples. It's meant for greater things. Yes, ma'am. But yeah, I hope you guys stick around and chill out with us. I'm pretty chill. I like to think. I just like to have a good time and wind down and relax and, you know, play some chill games like that. Got released in January 2013 and the last chapter came out last year. Oh, so it has been almost 10 years. I didn't realize they released the chapters like sequentially. I thought everything came out at once, but that makes sense. I can't imagine like just playing through one act at a time and just being like just waiting for the next acts to come out. Have you that rag, would you? The one with the embroidered bird on it. And this one? Does it have a bird on it? I think so. Don't you know what a bird looks like? Yeah, but it's pretty small. I thought it was some letters. I guess that could be a bird on there. Well, it's a rag, ain't it? As long as it's rag, I guess it'll work for Mop and Sweat. I mean, true, rag's a rag. It's a rag for sure. Okay. Oh yeah, Life is Strange episodes. I remember when those were coming out. Those had the cliffhangers of a century. Act 1 was January 7th, 2013. Act 2, May 31st, 2013. Act 3, May 6th, 2014. Act 4, 2016. Act 5, 2020. Whoa, there was 4 years between Act 4 and Act 5. Holy cow. That's wild. I've watched a lot of people play Life is Strange, but I've never actually played it myself. So even though I know like what happens, I do want to play it and make my own decisions and see how I do. Because I don't remember all the decisions. I do remember some key decisions, but and I know it wouldn't be like completely like I would know things, but I would still love to play it. I know, you can only cry so much. Like, that game just makes, like, if you don't cry in that game, like, I wonder. Yeah, maybe I will. So, like, the game goals command that's like that goes to my backlog. That's what I want to play on stream this year, but maybe I add it to my list for next year. I've got a lot of games on that list though that I've got to go through. I don't think I'll make it through all those games, but it would be good. Good to put on the list. Yeah, the remasters are coming out soon. I forgot about that too. Can we meow at this guy? Oh, he just walked right over us. September 10th? That's so soon. Backlog is so long, so is mine. That list for that link just goes to like the list that I put together for my stream games, but like I think you can go see like all the games that I actually have backlogged, and there's almost like 200 on there. And my Steam wish list has like almost 300 games on it right now, and I'll probably buy most if not all of those and probably never get around to playing any of them. Plus, I still have all those games I bought from like donating to that racial justice bundle last year. And that had like hundreds, if not all, like at least 1,000 games in there. And I'm never gonna get through that either. I always add games and play the new games rather than the ones that have been there for ages. Same. I've had games, like, even in my Steam library that have been there for years and years and years that I always told myself I would play eventually, but I've never played them. And I always played the ones I just recently bought. Alien Isolation is on there. I have never really played a scary game, so I am scared to play that game, but I've watched both you and Lindsay play Alien Isolation, and it does look fun, but I know I'm going to be scared out of my mind. I do own that one. I got it for free on the Epic Games Store, but I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to make it through it. Some of the ones on mine are also so short, just haven't gone around to it. Yeah, some of mine are like little short one-off games too. Yeah. I'll play it one day. I don't know when. Maybe I'll do kind of what you guys did and play it as like a scary game for Halloween time and see how that goes. But I'll play it someday. Do it. Okay. Peer pressure. I'm giving in. Oh, here's the burial for the horses. Plague Tale Innocence. Yeah, I got that one. I know nothing about it. It looked kind of interesting though. So I honestly, like, whenever I see there's a new game or games that are for free in the Epic Game Store, I just get them. Even if I know nothing about it, and even if I think I might not like it, I still get them just to have them. Oh, a new one is coming out. Interesting. Yeah. I do need to update my backlog with all the games I've recently like added from the Epic Game Store or like put on my Steam wish list and stuff. So let me turn up my light a little bit. So yeah, I was just talking about how earlier how like I have so many books to read, so many shows to watch, so many movies to watch, so many games to play. I'm never gonna get through all of them in my lifetime. Stacy just replayed it a week ago. Interesting. Well, maybe I should put it higher up on my priority list. I didn't know there was as much interest around it. I'd literally never heard of it before. Hey y'all, thanks for sticking around for this. I know we've all got places to, well, if anybody still needs somewhere to go, be sure and speak up, okay? I think Ron's heading through the woods tonight, back to the road if you want to caravan. Staying, Em? Yeah, sure, I'll stay. At least for a while. I just want to make sure everyone has somewhere to go. For right now, though, I think we've got some friends to bury. Yes, it is still free on the Epic Games Store for like 2 more days-ish. The neighbors. We're burying the neighbors. Nikki has a poem and I have a song. If anyone wants to say anything, though, I'll go first. The neighbors were kind, gentle, beautiful horses. I used to go on walks with the silver one out in the woods by... Why didn't anybody ever give them names? The silver one, well, I guess he was gray, but his coat looked silver in the light, so I always called him that in my head. The other one is the other one, and I love these horses, but you'd never know it if you heard me talk about them like that. So I'm sorry, silver one and other one. Sorry I don't have better names for you. You deserved better names. Also sorry I'm so bad at this. Anybody else have anything to say? What spooky games are on your list for October, Kendall? What's the lineup? I've got something to say. I just want to say these horses used to crap on my floors, but it never bothered me too much. I never mentioned it to anyone. I didn't want to make a thing out of it, but if we're clearing the air, well, that happened, and it's okay. I mean, recently, too. I was cleaning up horse crap just a couple days ago, but I'm saying it was okay. It would have been okay if any of you wanted to crap on my floors. I just want to say that. I would have cleaned up after any of you, if you crapped on my floors. This is quite the eulogy we're having right now. Thanks, Ron. We didn't give them names because their names weren't ours to give. The horses were here before us, you know? They came with the people from Central America. You know, the utopians, the people of nothing. The people of nothing arrived by horseback in October, and their first experiment was to free the horses. That was generations ago, of people and horses. I don't know when we started calling them the neighbors. We should have called them the people, I think. They were the only consistent residents of this place for over 100 years, and now they're all gone. Who are the people now? Hello there. Hi, Ink Knight. I'm doing well. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in with the raid. I read your About Me and see that you live in Texas. I just moved from Houston area and that you skate. I used to skate when I was a teenager. I love the sport. So I will make a quick little addendum to that I am an aspiring skater. I've lost motivation to skate ever since I moved to Texas from Utah. I had a lot of friends who were skaters in Utah that I would always, like, once a week we'd go out and skate and they would teach me how to skate. And I kind of lost that motivation, but I do want to get back into it at some point. But yeah, I live in the Dallas area. That's where I'm in Texas right now. And I'm having a good time here. So many scary games: Until Dawn, Oxenfree, Little Hope, Man of Medan, Dead of Night, Inside. Inside is very good. I like 10 out of 10. That one is great. Blair Witch is terrifying, but also I watched my brother try to play Blair Witch, and we only got through like an hour of it, and he got so frustrated because he couldn't figure out what to do, and he was just being terrified the whole time. So I hope you have a better time with that one than my brother did. Went on a walk with your mom. That sounds so nice. Yes, Proto is from Houston. Proto, I always think about how you're just hanging out down in Houston. And Avi is also in Austin, and I just need to like go down there and visit you guys sometime. Oxenfree, I do like Oxenfree. It's been a while since I've played that one, but I do recognize that one, or I do recommend that one too. That one's kind of like a spooky, like slice of life, like teenager, like story. It's fun. Oh, you just moved to Utah. Very cool. Yeah, I still have a lot of friends in Utah, and I haven't been back for a few years, so I want to go back. And I want to visit my friends who are still in Utah. Outlast 2. I don't know really anything about the Outlast games. But I've heard they're scary. Actually, I think I watched Lindsay play the first Outlast. And it was terrifying. I got to the first boss thing in Blair Witch, and Epic Games crashed. And you were stoked because you were scared. That's funny. In-laws live in Katy. Yeah, that's not too far from where I am. I've never been to Great Wolf Lodge Proto. I definitely know like people in the area just like go to like have like a day trip there, but I've never been to Great Wolf. Outlast 2 is a fantastic game, but intense. It was a bit tense for the stream. I had to cut off game capture at certain parts because oh whoa, that's intense. Holy cow. You heard Lindsay play Outlast? I wasn't looking at the screen. Yeah, that that one is fun just to kind of hear people's reactions out of context. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Also, that one isn't, if I remember correctly, the first one, you've got your camera and you have to like find the batteries to put in order to like see in the dark, right? Like I can't do that. That's like terrifying. Like not being able to see in the dark. I think that's kind of how like Slender Man is too, and Slender Man is very scary. I do want to play Amnesia. Amnesia The Dark Descent. I have both the first one, which is The Dark Descent, and Machine for Pigs. And I want to play those because like back when I first started watching like YouTubers like post their Let's Plays back in like 2012 or like 2011, like that game was really popular back then, and I watched a lot of that game, and I've never played it myself, and I want to play the Amnesia games. Nieces loved it, and kids also had a blast. Yeah, it does sound expensive. Yeah. Yeah, no weapon too. Yeah, so you've just gotta like escape or hide or just like die. Gotta love being helpless. Makes it even scarier. Okay, I guess we'd better move on. Nikki, you ready? Thanks for sticking around. Like Emily said, it's so good to have you all here for this. I know some people had to leave already. I don't judge anyone for that. Maya, you and our other visitors might not know about the out-of-towner. He came here to work for the company to dig a ditch, and the company worked him good and hard and for less than he was worth, but it wasn't enough. They had to use him up completely. After that, we became ungovernable, first out of shame, then grief, then anger. This is a poem for the neighbors, but it's also for this town. You're gonna take off? Have a good night. Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out, and I hope to see you next time. I hope you have a great rest of your Monday. Thanks for stopping by. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna bury this town today when we bury these horses. It's the same thing. We're gonna bury these horses, and what do you think will happen next? We're all gonna walk out into the woods and leave this place empty. No, I guess some of us might stay and build again. That's all right. Couldn't be me. But to try is your birthright. Swing through again soon, I'm sure. Congrats on 50 followers. Thank you. I'm very excited. I think, like, the only thing, like, for affiliate is, like, my average viewer. The 3 average viewers, so. But it's one step closer. I'm excited. I don't have alert command, but I do appreciate you lurking. And I do need to make a few more commands, such as alert command. So, but I do appreciate the lurk. Okay. If you do stay, you'll be building on top of a grave. But that's true anywhere. The whole world is built on top of graves. Look for me under your boot soles, as the fella says. Nikki clears her throat and begins reading from the paper she's holding. Oh man. Making a poem up on the spot. This is high pressure. We all leave town and call that town a ghost. What ghosts gave this town breath and made it home. And now that breath has gone, we buried it here. What's left is not a ghost, it's just the bones. Nikki's hands tremble a bit as she reads from the paper. Our neighbors were the best of us, of course. It's always so, our better selves, clear of ourselves, where we can see their glory glow. They glow now underground, our friends with love. I have no will now left to comfort you. But where friends have gone, we hope one day to go. In distant valleys, home to better friends, may yet someday a new and hale grass grow. Then we buried the horses.
I've heard of a land of joy and peace and wonderful life, a beautiful place of mansions fair and skies so bright, where all who believe the Savior dear forever shall stay. just singing praises all day long. I'm going that way.
It was such a nice funeral. They have really good music in this game. There have been some really nice folk songs that they've sung at different points, and they're always like so good. Who's cutting onions? I don't know. Everyone's leaving town. It's kind of sad. Did we do it? Did we finish? The end. We did it. That was so good. Wow. This is such a ride. I never knew which way I was gonna turn. I mean, lots of things happened. So glad I understood nothing. I still want to play this game. Yeah, I will say, like, that ending did not really spoil any of what the rest of the game was like, so don't worry. The rest of the game is a lot. But I think it was a very, very good ending for it. So I'm glad we finished. Thanks for the GGs and the congrats, everybody. I don't know, what time is it? 9:30? I usually end about 10. So I don't know if I want to start a new game tonight, but next time I definitely will start a new game. I'm not quite sure what to start next time, but we can look at real quick at my list and see. Oh, hello. There we go. Let me pull up my list. Here we go. Kendall, I will say Control is on my list, and I have Control like installed, and I really want really want to play it. So I haven't been hanging out in your stream while you've been playing it, but I do really want to play it. So I will. Maybe not the next game, but very soon. I'm gonna head out and get ready for bed. Sounds good. Congrats on finishing the game. Thank you. I hope you have a great night too. Thanks for rating me. And thanks for bringing all your friends over. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Thanks so much, Kendall. I love you. Okay. So, yeah, I've got a lot of games on here. Hades, I don't own yet, but I do want to play. This one, I need people to play with me. It's like a co-op game, but it's like a scary game, and the monster is like, you can only like sense the monster when your eyes are closed. So it's like a co-op game that you play with other people, and I want to play it, but I don't know anyone else who owns this game. So if any of you want to pick this game up and play with me, hit me up. Some of these I can't play on stream, so because I don't have a capture card. So Horizon Zero Dawn, Detroit does have a PC version, but I've heard it's not most optimized and it's better to play on PlayStation. So I probably won't be playing that on stream until I have the stuff I need. Same with FF7R. I've started this. I'm like almost done with it. I started it back in like April or May, and I just need to like finish like the last chapter. Let's see. Dream Daddy, I would maybe play next, but I know this one is also very reading heavy because it's like a dating sim, and those are always kind of reading heavy, and the Kentucky Route Zero is also a very reading heavy game, so I think I want to take a break from that. Donut County is short. I think I could play that pretty easily. This one, I've started playing Hyperlight Drifter. I've started playing like 5 times, and I always get to this one boss and I drop it because I can never get past the boss. I've heard Journey is amazing. Maybe I'll play that next. I can mark this one as complete. Grease, I've heard is good. I don't know if I own that one yet. Let me see the ones I've completed. Lisa, this is one that I've had for like years and years, and I just need to like play it. It is very, very dark. I think I've played like maybe a half hour and I kind of got stuck and couldn't figure out where to go. But it did seem really interesting. But I didn't know it was very, very dark, so now I'm kind of intrigued. Ministry of Broadcast, I don't know what that one's about, but I recently bought it on a sale. It looked cool. Yeah, so like Sword and Sorcery and Songbringer and The Witness I've had like in my library also for a very long time, and I just have never played them. So I've got like a lot of puzzles, and like I think most of these are pretty chill games, so I don't know. I'm not sure what to play next. Something that's just not super reading heavy. Maybe more lighthearted. Maybe I'll just do a quick like Donut County one, and then we can move on again. Carrion, yeah, I actually don't own this one yet. I'm waiting for it to go on sale as much as I want it to. I usually don't buy games on sale unless they're like over 50% off. I don't have Game Pass though. That's the thing. I don't have any kind of like Xbox kind of I don't have an Xbox or like or whatever the live Xbox Live on PC is. Yeah. It's okay, LP. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. Transistor, I want to play because I love Bastion, and I also want to play Hades because I love Bastion, and Supergiant did both Bastion and Transistor and Hades, so I want to play those. I don't know. Maybe I'll try Transistor next time, because that one's more like action oriented, little more engaging and fast-paced. Game Pass is a great value for its money. I'll have to look into it. I don't know. I know my family owns, they like my parents have like a Xbox for my sisters who are like still young and living at home, and they used to have Game Pass, but I don't know. I never personally saw games on there that I liked, but maybe I just didn't or was interested in, but maybe I just didn't look hard enough or wasn't really interested in playing on the Xbox. So anyway, yeah, I think I'll go with Transistor next time. I have 5 siblings, all younger than me. I come from a big family. My youngest sibling is 5 years old. She will turn 6 in October. She's starting kindergarten this year, and I'm very excited for her. And she's very cute. But yeah, okay. I'm tired. I'm gonna turn in for the night. Yeah, big family. We all, I won't like say all of their names on stream because I don't like wanna, it's like kind of getting into like personal info and stuff, but we all, so like my like full first name is Michaela, and like spelled like this. That's how you spell my first name. And all of my siblings have names that start with MYK. So imagine trying to like call the right sibling, like my parents trying to call the right sibling when they need to like do their chores, and we get a little tongue-tied sometimes. Thanks for the stream. I felt silly that I forgot to follow earlier. Don't feel silly. That's totally okay. I appreciate you following anyway. It doesn't matter when you follow. Even if you didn't follow and just wanted to hang out, I still would love it anyway. McKeith? Can I call you that, Proto? Is that gonna be you from now on? Okay. Let me find someone to raid real quick. I will pass you guys off to someone fun. I don't know who's on right now. Let me see who's streaming. I should play some like music in the background. I know people play music in the background when they're just chatting. I should do that next time. We can go hang out with Jess, who's playing Dark Souls. My brother just finished playing Dark Souls. And he had a fun time with that game. Take it back, Proto. You can't take it back. I'm gonna be calling you that from now on. Just kidding. I'll still call you Proto. Okay. We're reading Jess. I don't have like an official raid message, so just here, do this kind of thing. Let me find a cute love emote and do just like a Kayla raid. Let me find one that I want to use this time. I'm gonna use Jen the Human's emotes. So that'll be our raid message for Jess. Copy and paste and replace the emotes with whatever you want. And I'll see you in Jess's stream. Let's go hang out with some Dark Souls. Yeah, I'll be live again probably on Wednesday around 7-ish, 7 o'clock Central, playing Transistor. And I appreciate you guys hanging out with me as always. Thank you so much for all the follows, and thank you again to Kendall for the raid. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Good night.
So the arrow, it was in the dragon and it got grounded.